Hey everybody, I'm Meg from LovenStamps, and this is Maker Mornings with Meg. I have a project in mind that is going to be super quick and easy for making holiday cards. So if you are still working on your Christmas cards, you probably have something in your stock that you could pull out to work on this. And I'm going to run through this. It's a faux shaker card. If it sounds kind of familiar, we did this one recently in November. I did this with my Scotty dog here, and I don't know how the camera might not pick that up super well, but there is our sweet Scotty dog card, and we're gonna do this faux shaker again, but I'm gonna use the Memories and More. These are the Santa Express ones. If you love these, they may still be available. Double check in my online store in the last chance list from the retiring June through July through December mini catalog. Anyway, the retiring one, last chance list, for just a couple dollars, and then you'd have them for next year. But they come in 3x4 size. They come in 4x6 size. These pieces all come like all together in the kit. So lots of fun there. And then we're going to use these little wooden balsa instruments. I don't know why I was going to call them instruments, elements, and make our shaker card. So with that, happy Tuesday, everyone. And I'm going to go ahead and flip our card down. Now, if you already have your Christmas cards done because you are just so fabulous that way, never fear. This is a card that you could use for all kinds of occasions. So, well, not this one exactly. It's pretty Christmassy. But you could use something similar for all kinds of occasions. So I've got a Memories and More element card, and I'm going to go ahead and just attach this to a backing paper. Now, I looked back and I think it was like 2007, I was making these faux shaker cards with my stampers. And at that time, we used just a cello bag. But since then, I've discovered that the easiest thing to use is a clear envelope. So what I've done is went ahead and cut my backing paper here to a little, it's like a smidge bigger than 4¼ inches wide, because that way it fills the whole clear envelope here. So I'm gonna go ahead and tuck this inside here and slide it down. So it's a little bit wider than 4¼ by a little bit wider than 3¼ And now I'm going to add some elements. Now, the Sparkle and Shine sequins assortments are very pretty and have all these cute little stars, and they're gorgeous and so forth. You might also find that the effervescent elements, let me show you these, there, will it focus, are fabulous too, and they're like little glass beads, plastic beads, I don't know if they're glass or plastic. What they are is really, really painful on your feet if you drop them on your hard floor. So you want to be careful and make sure that they go where they belong, that they don't end up all over the floor. So I'm going to turn our pieces down, because what I want to do is I want to load the shaker elements on this side and not have to pick them out from behind our card. So I'm going to have a go at this here. I'm going to sprinkle in a bunch of the, there you go, star elements. And you get, I don't know, this package is like Stregonona's pasta pot. It seems like it never runs out. So you get a lot in this little package. And then I really like adding some of these beads because the weight of them is really happy for these shaker cards. It really helps to like move the stuff around inside there so that you get a really nice shape element. So, all right, now once you have that in, close up your things, like closing up embossing powder before you turn on your heat tool so that you don't end up with unhappy feet. They're worse than Legos, I swear. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and fold this across. Now I like to add an extra strip of adhesive here. So tear tape, Seal Plus, whatever, but it's going to allow me to get this bag to close really tightly here so that it wraps the plastic around really snugly. And then I'm going to take a look, and our plastic is just a little too long here. So I'm going to go ahead and take my snips and trim off just that extra hair of the cellophane envelope there so that it sticks to the back and doesn't show across to the front. So I'm going to peel this off here and swipe this down flat here and seal it shut. So now I have this fun little shaker element, and those beads are super satisfying in there. The beads really do a nice job of like rolling around and so forth, okay? Now, what am I gonna mount this on? You could mount this on a regular card. You could, just a half sheet of cardstock folded in half. But I have left over some of my Memories and More cards and envelopes. Now, these are sold out. They actually went pretty quickly because people are starting to figure out that the Memories and More cards and envelopes are an outstanding thing to add to your orders. So they're still available. These are the floral ones that go with the Tea Suite from the annual catalog. So you can get these Tea Boutique cards and envelopes, and they are just, again, a really outstanding thing to have in your craft space because they just make cards go together really quickly, and then you have a fun matching envelope. So to attach this, I'm going to go ahead and use adhesive here, Seal Plus. Oh, my Seal Plus, sometimes it sticks to the cello, sometimes it doesn't want to. So let's switch to tear tape here. But I want to make sure that my adhesive goes really close to the edges so that I get a nice tight interface here between my shaker box and my card. And I'm getting so excited to stick this down. I almost forgot to add a piece of designer series paper. So this is from the Santa Express paper, which is, at last I looked, still available. You have to check on that in the last chance list in my online store. So if you need like Christmas things for next year, or you're going to do Christmas in January, because why not? Then this is a great chance to get some of those supplies at a great price. So, all right, so I cut this to fit across here as sort of a fun contrast strip. And then our Joy, Peace, Love is going to go across here. If you having trouble with peeling the backing off of the tape, just think about pushing it down harder. Just give it a little burnish there one more time with your hand to make sure that it's really, really well attached. If it's attached to the card, it's easier to peel the backing off. So, all right, and then I'm going to lay this here on our card. Now, be careful, you don't want to push too hard on the cellophane because you don't want to have the beads break through. So you need to be a little careful when you're attaching there. But that gives us a really fun shaker card, really easy, with a matching envelope. But we're not finished yet because remember I said I love these little elements here. So you could decide to use one of these. I haven't poked any of the words out yet. So you could poke out one of the words. You could put a celebrate on there. But I really love these little snowflake elements. So I'm just going to poke these through. You want to be gentle with them, but I have had good success with poking them out. I just usually use my fingernail and try to poke evenly on all the parts so there's nothing like left behind in there. There's one. And then I'm going to use one of these little stars too. So we've got our star and our piece. And with this, I'm going to use just a smudge of multi-purpose liquid glue. I'm going to put 2 of them on there. And then to avoid trying to handle these things, I'm going to use my take your pick tool to stick them down. Now with multi-purpose liquid glue, you guys know that's my favorite, and it doesn't grab instantly, so you have to wait. So this is the hardest part of making this card. It is really painful. You can't shake your shaker card while you're waiting for the glue to dry. All right, so you're just gonna have to wait. You can maybe tilt it, but you don't want the glue to smudge on these. I promise they'll stick. The adhesive is really, really strong. You just have to give it time to bond. All right, so what else could you do with this? You could make a card with one of the other elements. Here's the Holly Jolly. That would be a really cute one with like this cardstock here and one of the red envelopes. Again, cards and envelopes aren't available any longer, but these elements here are, so you could certainly use them with a regular cardstock. They even have these, like some of them have cute little scenes like this. You could put one of the Santa train, the Santa's delivery stamp set coordinates with this, and the train dies that I used to make our notebook last week on Thursday. So if you haven't seen the notebook video for these quick last minute gifts, make sure you check back to the last episode of Maker Mornings with Meg. I think this was like 329, episode 329. So you can check these out. And then there's all these little stickers and these clear things. Now, when you get the clear ones, they're going to look a little fuzzy. The reason they're fuzzy is because there is a clear protective coat on them. So if you just scratch it with your fingernails, then you can see it and you'll be able to peel that off. But I'm going to leave it on. Keeps the fingerprints and stuff off and keeps those protected. So, and you get a couple, I think there's three or four sheets here. The Ho Ho Ho, Snowflakes, It's Most Wonderful Time of the Year. These clear sheets are a great addition to a Christmas card too. So use them for scrapbooking, use them for card making, use them to make little treats for the holidays. But, okay, I think we're safe. We're gonna shake our shaker card. I hope that you guys are excited about the possibilities for using for those memories and more cards and so forth. So you're running close to the holidays. I hope you've gotten lots of great ideas from Maker Mornings with Meg and things to make your holiday special. Remember, you can always go back and make some of those cute little table favors with the puffins that we did earlier last week. And no end to things on the LovenStamps blog with ideas. There's a gallery with treats. There's a gallery with all kinds of different things if you need last minute ideas. So go ahead and check all those out. And I will have some things that I will post for you for the next week or so to give you some ideas on Tuesday and Thursday mornings. I might have a sneak peek coming up for one of the new catalog items because this will begin on January 5th. Speaking of January 5th, you will want to tune in. We're going to have double videos on January 5th. I will have Maker Mornings with Meg at the normal time at 9:30 a.m. Central Time, but then at 7 p.m. Central Time, I will have my new catalog and celebration kickoff, in which I will be sharing a whole bunch of projects with you with different ideas and kind of getting through those books so that I can point out some of my top picks for you because January 5th is the first day that you can order and get Celebration Rewards, which is a free item from this catalog. I want to flip it through, but I can't until January 5th. Anyway, I'll give you my top picks for that catalog and all kinds of fun things coming up. So anyway, happy stamping. Have a wonderful week. A Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy gatherings with friends and family, all the things at this time of year on winter break. And I will look forward to seeing you for Maker Mornings with Meg, Tuesdays, Thursdays mornings at 9:30 a.m. Central Time, and back on January 5th for what will be the kickoff of season 3 of Maker Mornings with Meg. So happy stamping, guys. Happy stamping. Have a great day.